Which mic you using?
What's that?
This one?
Yeah, you're off the car, right? That's what
Are we ready?
Try each one, right?
I'm speaking with you.
Yeah, because they're ready for Miss Tracy. So they're ready for Miss Tracy. What's that? Alright, cool. Alright, start cutting now. Alright, straight then.
Alright, Miss Panton? Found what? You need to pan to me. 15, alright. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so this is Marcella Maya coming to you live from the Biltmore Hotel here in Belize City, where we are awaiting the official results. But I think that the UDP has called it. Would that be the accurate interpretation at this point, Miss Tracy Tager Panton?
We've certainly called it in Albert. Let me say that.
So, what are the figures there?
We were able to secure about almost 81% of the voter turnout, and I think the count was something like 3-1 in terms of a yes vote versus a no vote. And first and foremost, we need to thank our voters in Albert constituency for having the courage today to exercise their right to have a say in this very important national issue. We spent a great deal of time over the last 12 months educating our voters, having formal. Oh, there was.
Then we never did.
So please come 10 again.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, Belize. Good night, panelists. We are coming to you live from the Biltmore Hotel here in Belize City. And as we were saying earlier, it appears that the UDP has called it a victory, a yes victory, which means that we would be going to the ICJ with the Guatemalan claim. But you were sharing the numbers specifically for the Albert division.
I think, if I may correct you, it's a victory for Belize. And certainly over the last 12 months in the Albert constituency, we have spent a lot of time trying to educate our voters on the issue, on the facts related to this issue. And I think tonight is a clear indication that our voters have spoken loudly and clearly that they believe that going to the ICJ is the best way forward. And we certainly would like to thank sincerely all our Albert voters for having the courage today to come out. Whether you voted yes or you voted no, we thank you for taking the time coming out to express your view on this very important national issue.
And you were saying the breakdown, though you don't know the exact figures yet, is 3-1 more or less.
It certainly. There were 1,200 Albert yes voters versus 400 or so no voters, and we were able to engage and over 81%, just about 81% of our voters list, which I think speaks volumes about how people feel about the issue, really. And so we're very pleased by the outcome.
And that would be the same observation and opinion in relation to the turnout countrywide?
I haven't really had the opportunity yet to look at the overall numbers, but my understanding is that that is the indication countrywide. And I think, this claim has been hanging over us for 50, 60 years, and I think we really need to find a way forward that is productive and that is peaceful and that will help us to really grow as a country. And so the people have spoken, and as we said from the very beginning, that we would respect the will of the people. When I stand up in the House, I don't speak for myself. I speak for the people who have elected me to speak on their behalf in the House. So it was very important to me that I understood very clearly and very loudly what the wish of the people was.
The Maritime Areas Act. Remember Philip Golson, the Honorable Philip Golson, and the Prime Minister has said in his last interview that within a week or a week and a half we're going to the House to have that amended. Talk to us about the importance of having that happen, given that it appears we're ICJ bound.
I think as we have indicated, it's important. Now that we understand, we have a clear directive, clear mandate from the people, that we need to ensure that where we need to make adjustments to whatever agreements or amendments to whatever agreements that we had put in place, that those be adjusted to give us the very best opportunity to ensure that we can get rid of this unfounded old age claim on our country.
There will be people, and there have been people already, who were saying that this is a referendum on the government. Do you take it that way at all?
I really feel that the Belizean people felt very strongly on this issue as a national issue. Certainly, maybe we had some influence on the ground, but we tried very hard to ensure that we gave enough room for people's views to be heard. We should have, as a country, stood united on this issue. I'm very disappointed that we weren't able to secure that with our colleagues from the opposition. But at the end of the day, the people have spoken, and the United Democratic Party has led the way to ensure that we are able to go to the ICJ, and the people have resoundingly indicating that that's the way to go.
What would you respond to observations around the country that as a result of this issue having been politicized, it was treated as a general election? Money was floating around, people were asking to be paid, there were shirts and stuff floating around, people were getting plates of food, that sort of thing. That happened. It's a reality.
Listen to me. In this country, almost every issue that we address, whether it becomes political, that is part of our culture. We certainly in Albert tried very much to keep the dialogue open. We had some robust debates in some of the forums that we held, and we welcome that, because at the end of the day, we have to be sure that we're representing the will of the people, and I think the United Democratic Party made sure that there was room for that. There was no, I think, some of the fear mongering that was put in the public domain was unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. We have prevailed. The yes vote have prevailed. The United Democratic Party has prevailed. The government of the people has prevailed, and the people have prevailed in this issue.
We understand that the Prime Minister and some other cabinet ministers were watching the results from in Belize City. What can we tell viewers to expect from here at the Biltmore? We do know that the Chief Elections Officer should come give the official results, but you've come here. Does it mean that other ministers will follow as well?
I'm not sure what is the
I think they set a press conference tomorrow.
I understand there is a the Prime Minister's press conference tomorrow. We have been very much buried in the work within the constituency, and so we thought we'd stop by to hopefully meet with other colleagues and to just get a general sense of how people were feeling about the referendum.
Do you have any indication how far they are to arriving at the official results and reconciling?
Say that again.
Do you have any indication at this point as to how much longer until an official result is arrived?
No, I actually just left my constituency office and got here, so I don't have any of those details.
Well, thank you so much. Thanks for granting us the interview. All right, so that was Honorable Tracy Tager Panton, the area representative for the Albert division. And you heard her say that the voter turnout there was rather high, and also that the votes went 3-1 in favor of the yes vote. As you can see, I know that Erson was sending in some videos of the location we're at right now earlier, but now it appears that it's picking up a little bit. We're seeing more. We are seeing more. We are seeing more activity here at this time, and we are still awaiting the official result. We expect that the Chief Elections Officer is going to make her way here. It appears she won't be joined by the Prime Minister, as it has already been stated. It's expected that a Prime Minister's press conference is going to have a press conference tomorrow. So that's what we have for you at this time. Once we have the official results, we're going to call in with those. At this time, we're going to take it back to the studios. On behalf of Sharon Hope and myself, Marisol Amaya, we take it back to the studios.